Now, to come full circle with this video, this is what I can tell you. If you don't go out very much, or if you don't have a lot of friends, you need to start going out and you need to start making friends. You need to develop your social skills. You have to do this. I know it's uncomfortable, especially in like a digital generation. I know that this is uncomfortable, especially when everybody's just trapped behind the phone. I know that this is uncomfortable, especially when you could just, let's say, put in the work and take some really good photos and maybe get, 10 to 20 new matches on a dating app per day. But listen, you have to do this to start to develop your personality and push yourself socially. This is what I found. What I found in life is that every single skill that you want is individually specific to that one thing. Right, so guys think, I have a great business or I'm making a lot of money, so I'm going to have a great dating life. It's like, no, you're making a lot of money or you have a great business, so that means you're probably going to be good at that. But a lot of times what I have found is that success in one thing doesn't unanimously mean that you're going to have success across a bunch of other things. So you have to start to push yourself socially, and the reason why this is the third video in my series is because I'm going to show you exactly how to do it once you hit the third step. So here's why this is also really important. If you're an attractive dude, or if you have an above average amount of muscle mass, or if you are like conventionally good looking and you don't talk to people first, you don't initiate conversation, you don't do these small gestures of whatever you want to call it, social etiquette, whatever, people overall are probably not going to like you. They're going to think that you're either stuck up, or they're going to think that something's wrong with you, or they're naturally going to think that you don't like them. All right, my camera died, but I'm back now, so check this out, okay? One of the dudes in my community goes, oftentimes I was never able to keep these women around because I didn't understand the language of women. After studying this course, I have been able to get a girl absolutely down bad for me, practically begging me to be her boyfriend. This program not only has some of the most valuable information with women, but also has a great community of people reaching for similar goals. This is why I created my community. This is why I created Headman Nation, so I can help you learn, understand, and master the language of women. And I believe I'm the best at teaching this. Since I believe I'm the best at teaching this, I want you to join us inside of that community too. After today's video is over, let's dive back in. Okay, so you have to take initiation and you have to do this. Also, let's say you don't fit that category, but let's say you're just socially awkward. Well, you're going to have to push yourself socially too, because what this is going to do is this is going to make it appear like you have more confidence, more popularity, more social status than maybe you actually have. The reason also why this is important is because you as the man, you as the male energy, you as the masculine, you are the active initiator. You are the initiation energy. You are the doing energy. So what you're going to notice is that a lot of times if there's a group of women and there's a group of guys, a lot of times the women do not start talking at all until the guys make that initial initiation of the contact of that communication. The women don't want to start talking until the guys set that environment and they set that frame to do so. What you're going to find is that as a man, you are the lead, you are the active initiator. And that's just how it is. That's a natural dynamic of the universe, if you want to call it that. This is what you're going to do, okay? So if I actually get out my notes here and I'm helping you, I'm giving you step by step the same things that I have to do, right? The same things that I have to do in my day-to-day social life. Because listen, if you are more socially confident, if you are more socially successful, there is going to be women that gravitate towards you. There is going to be women that gravitate towards that charm or that persona or that personality, and you're going to find that certain women just really stick to that. Now, does that mean you're going to have a great relationship? Does that mean that you constantly now are just immune to female nature? Does that mean that automatically you have a great masculine frame to carry out the relationship? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But at least you can spark that initial interest. At least you can get your foot in the door to having a potential dating option. This is number 3 in the process. This is number 3 in the video or in the mini series that I'm making here for you guys to help you overcome social anxiety. You need to start asking them questions. You need to ask them questions, okay? Because it makes other people feel like you care. Tip number 3, okay, so let's start from the beginning. If you saw the first video in this series, tip number 1 that I gave, you're going to wake up every single day and you're going to nourish your body with the sun, Mother Nature, and you're going to get out and you're going to do a 20-minute walk. While everybody is slurping down sugar, drinking mochachinos and all this stuff, you're out in Mother Nature, instantly putting yourself in a calorie deficit for the day. You're getting in some fasted cardio. You're already stepping outside of the norm of what most people do. That's a win. That's a big win. That's step number 1. You're actually taking active steps to aligning yourself with a healthier future, getting active with Mother Nature and you're actually taking initiative to be a stronger, better, more healthy human. I want everybody outside every day if you can. You wake up, doesn't matter if it's a workout day or not a workout day, you go and you get that 20 minutes of steps in. It's a game changer. I do this every day. That's number one. Number two, when you go out, you're going to make friends with all the men, even if you don't have common interests, even if you don't know if you like them or not, even if you think that you don't know what they're into. Maybe you're into different hobbies, maybe you're into different interests. I don't even care if you think that you guys won't get along. You're going to do it anyways. You might be wondering, well, how are you going to do that? By point number 3 right here. You're going to ask them questions about their life or their personal life that makes it seem like you care. And what this does is, minute by minute or hour for hour, it puts the attention on them, okay? Notice, this video is helping you overcome social anxiety. This video is helping you overcome social fears. This video is helping you step outside of your shell to become who you want to be, or who you need to be socially successful. A lot of people want to be socially successful. They might tell themselves that they don't, but a lot of times it's a lie. A lot of times people actually, to some degree, do care. So because of that, this is how you do it, okay? You're going to ask them questions. Hey, what are you into? What do you do for work? Why'd you choose that? Where do you come from? What part of the world? What are you into? Oh, those are sick shoes. Where'd you get them? Oh, cool. No way. My brother has the exact same shoes. Oh, no way. I got an aunt that works in finance too. Oh, no way. I got an uncle that works in finance too. Oh, no way. How often do you come to the sports bar? You're going to just ask them questions. You're going to ask them questions, and minute for minute, what's going to happen is they're going to smile through that conversation because now they get to talk about themselves. And that's why I started off with this video telling you that people only typically care about themselves. Do you understand how it comes full circle? Since people naturally only care about themselves, you make it come full circle and you just give them exactly what they want. What's going to happen is the law of reciprocity, or the law of reciprocation, starts to kick in. And what's going to happen is then they're going to ask you something because they don't want to seem rude. So if you ask 3 questions in a row, eventually they're going to say, oh, where are you from? How long have you been out here for? And this is how the small talk evolves into something bigger. This is how you get all the dudes to like you. This is how you get all the people to like you, is you ask them questions to make it feel like you care. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you even care for your own selfish reasons, so that way you elevate your own popularity in the group. It doesn't matter, and I'm here to say the stuff out loud that most people don't say, but like, this is what you got to do. This is what you have to do to become socially capable. Because what you got to remember is this. The reason why I want to make this series too is because I think it's different. I think I don't talk about stuff from this angle very much. And on top of that, like, let's be real. Let's just imagine for a second that cell phones disappeared. Let's just imagine. Let's just imagine something happened and cell phones disappeared, and all of a sudden there's no screens and there's no TVs, and you have to actually just live and communicate as a person. Well, what's going to happen is everything would revert back to how stuff probably was 500 years ago. And that means humans would have to make social connections, humans would have to fit in, humans would have to find their place, because you don't want to be ostracized by the other people that you're around, which means you're going to have a common sense of camaraderie. Only today are men a lot of times able to be completely isolated, still get ahead in like every single area, and then maintain this digital facade of pictures and media to still connect with other people and have a good dating life. This is new. Because of that, what I want to help you with is I want to help you with the other stuff too that comes along with being a well-rounded human being. Because listen, if a woman sees that also, let's say you do start dating a woman and she sees, wow, he's actually socially capable. Wow, when we're out, or when I do go out with him, other women and other men like him as a person. No, I'm not saying other women like him in this weird pre-selection way that every single dating coach and dating video is talking about. Let's just talk like everyday people who don't sit and watch a bunch of dating videos for a second. Listen, she's going to say, wow, people respond positively to him. He seems like he's socially popular. And even if it's just at a table of 5 or 10 people, seems like people like him, seems like people respond to him, seems like people are smiling when they talk back to him, seems like they're interested. Okay, well, I know that he's a winner. That's how women determine if you're a winner. So this video should also help another type of guy. All of you out there that basically wear your whole personality on your sleeve of your corporate success and your financial status or your financial income, thinking that that's the end all be all, because there's a lot of guys right now who probably feel inadequate because of social media. You feel like you don't make enough money, or you feel like you're not cool enough, or you don't feel like you're having all the millions of dollars that everybody else is having, so then you don't feel good and you have lower self-esteem. Well, good news for you is when it comes down to it, in that group setting, in that social setting, you don't even need any of those things. And if you just know how to make a presence known with your aura and with who you are, you're going to start to win. I want this video to be light of hope, and I'm here to be that light for you instead of, because like everybody's hoping that someone else is going to be the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'll be that for you in this case, so that way you can be it for somebody else. And what you're going to realize is you as the man, you as the masculine, you as the lead, you are the active initiator of the conversation. You push the conversation and the energy forward, right? And that's where I want to leave off with this video. Join us inside the community so that way I can help you learn, understand, and master the language of women. I'm going to be 30 years old this year, so don't make my same mistakes, right? Don't make my same mistakes. What I did was I chased my own personal goals. Okay, but as I've gotten older, guess what happens? Even I have to come back to the basics, and I gotta say, hey, you know what? When I was 22, yeah, why did that house party work so good? Yeah, when I was 23, why did that party that we had out on the river, why did that work so good socially? What was actually going on? Because I think as we get older, like I'm getting older now, people pair off and have families. People don't prioritize social lives as much. So listen, like, you got to come back to the basics sometimes, and you got to come back to the fundamentals. And some of you might be watching this and you might realize that like you're not taking active enough interest in other people. So to sum up the video, you got to ask other people questions. You got to make it seem like you care about their life too, and you will get them to open up. You will get them to talk. As they talk, they're going to feel like they know you simply because they're opening up to you.